Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This fielded and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Stay scared. Ready, ready, ready.
On first down, Hilliard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now a carry here for Hilliard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Bravo.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Lions will take over.
18 Gator, gone. Check 31.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Wahoo!
2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Buzz.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Check 37. Check 37. Ready to go. Get it.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Back. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's coming. Double up.
Shoot. They run. It's Johnson. And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, touchdown number 15 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
After the sack on first down, Rudolph, Jared Davis. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts in drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At their 49-yard line.
Ready?
Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Go. Big grip.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
6-6, bullet time.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 25. Hit it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, lock it. Go. Check. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After 7-0, Audier Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 11. From the end zone, Rudolph. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, it's Rudolph. Complete. Smith has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Come on,
they tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Come.
They'll run. It's Hilliard. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Let's go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
X3. 218. Chop. Look at me. Zipper. You're out. Ready?
On second down, Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Match box lights. Hey, box drop, box drop. Go. Look at me. Door.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Sleep river.
They'll look to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go. 70. Indy.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I know he ain't got it.
Hit it.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54. 65.
2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he lost the football. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Mike's 5-4. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Touchdown.
Kerryon Johnson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0.
14. Vikings nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Strip that ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rudolph, it's caught. Smith. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now Rudolph, he's got it to Ingram, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd and long, it's Rudolph. This one complete to Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Single.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dontrell Hilliard, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Lions 14, Vikings 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 99. Check 99.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Colby Listenby as the first. The Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it a as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down after a very nice game. So we've come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I'm trying to collect.
Gone.
Check 26. Check 26.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Ready?
Back to throw, Rudolph. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get better,
they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
Ready, set.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On the set.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Blue draw corner.
A gain of 2.
Hey,
Brings up second
high
and
7.
8 at the 32-yard line.
Mike's by 4. I got him. Wide. Get wide.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Come on,
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hard. Set, go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Two-jet bomber. Get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run again with Hilliard, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now it's Rudolph, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
51, Mike 51. I got you.
Here we go on 4th, Rudolph, and that's caught by Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
5. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
He's checking crap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. Rudolph looking to throw. Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 50, it's Rudolph. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hilliard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
And bring it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Ready, ready. 60 yards. Look at me. Door. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Check. Watch 54. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Fair.
Check 50.
Hey, Delta. Hit it.
Back to throw here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.